Good evening, dear students. Sorry for late. Just have prepared you some information to introduce. Firstly, please let me know how you hear me. Just trying to adjust my microphone. If it's too loud or it's, I can adjust. So it's fine, right? So that's good. At the moment, we have 6 students only. I hope the rest of you will join later. First of all, let me introduce myself. But as I can see, the master students, we have taught the finance class in the last semester, right? So we already know each other. I think there is no new students. If you have so, just let me know, please. So if you want, I can introduce myself. If there is a new student, so my name is Aliya Makarova. I'm a lecturer on human resource management as well on financial management. At the last semester, we had the financial management class with the resources I have seen here. That was a great class. I have enjoyed all the classes because they had a lot of questions. That means the students are interested actually in studying. That's a good means actually. So we have no new students that we know already each other. That's fine, so good. So what about the finance exam? I received all your exam papers, but I haven't checked it because I got some vacation for 2 weeks. So I think the next week I will try to prepare all the marks and will be posted in the system so you can see them. But I think, and I hope so, you'll pass, all of you will pass the exam on finances. That's my wish as well. So today and this semester we're going to start the human resource management major. This is very interesting actually. Let me introduce you first of all the teaching plan, our structure of all sessions that we will have in this semester. So we will have around 10 to 12 classes, depends on how we will move, how we could understand and will present our homework assignments and so on. But I hope so we can complete all of them by the 10 sessions. The first class will be based on the introduction to human resource management. So here we are going to study about what is actually the HRM, the human resource management meanings, the objectives and the goals of human resource management, and as well we are going to compare the HR management with the personal management. The second class will be based on strategic HR, which is as well interesting. The third and fourth class will be separated on the resourcing topic. The next one will let me show you. We have the class number 5 and 6 will be held on performance topic. The part number 6 development is held on the 7th class. The 8th class will be based on the reverse. Maybe you heard about the total reverse system and so on. Next slide. Then class number 9 will be based on motivation and motivation theories, which is very interesting topics because we will have the group assignment based on this topic about the motivation and motivation theories. And the class number 10 will be based on the employee relations. So I think that's all. Just let me explain the first how the assessment will be going. The examination on the human resource management subject will be based on the group assignment. So the structure and the instruction to the group assignment will be sent you later. That there is, as the groups, you will be separate on 3 to 5 people and must be submit one assignment, where it would be at 3 to 4 questions. And head-on day will be on the 5th of July. So I think that, let me see, it will be 4th session. And the submission date will be on the 1st of September. So you will be having around 2 months to complete your group assignment. There is not so difficult questions that we'll present you later. So because of you'll be doing them based on the group assignments, so you can separate all the questions based on the each team, each team grouper. So that's all for the structures. So you'll be having 10 sessions. That all will be interesting. Then we will have some homework assigned based on the session, some presentations, so to activate our class actually, to make it more interesting. As well, I will send you the e-book, which is electronic book based on the human resource management. This is the 7th edition by the Dirk Torrington, Laura Hall, and Stephen Taylor. This is book very interesting. It includes all the chapters that we are going to study with the full information and with the full all details. So, and all presentations and the classes actually is being prepared based on this book. So let me show you the contents of these books, so you can see that the contents is similar to our teaching plan and the structure. Here is something like this: introduction, resourcing, recruiting, and so on. This is all based on. So this is the book you have, you read, and will be all the presentation will be based on this book. And right now I'm going to send you all this information, the teaching plan, the ebook, and the first presentation on Introduction to Human Resource Management on your emails. I have got your students list. Just give me 1 minute. That will be very quickly. So if any questions so far, just let me know. So before going to the introduction, we can have a discussion little. So any questions so far based on teaching plan and actually about the human resource management classes, how it's going to be run, and about the examination and assessment. So you can go ahead right now during my processing of emails. So let me see, here is no question, right? That's so good. So the assessment will be based on the group assignment. So the group assignment hand-on date will be sent you on the 5th of July. And the submission day will be on the 1st of September. So you'll be having around 2 months to complete your work. So I hope that will be enough for you to make a quality academic paper. So I think right now I'm going to email you all the slides that I prepared for today's session. So you can got it already. Just a moment. Just 2 minutes, please. As well, I have some requests from the students. I'm not sure that all are accepted. That you're requesting to change the term class date from Friday to Thursday. If all the students are accepted with these requests, then I can change it on the Thursday. So it won't be a problem for me. I think so. That should be okay. So if you agree, all of you, so we can change on Thursday, on the Thursday. So your Friday you will have some weekends, right? Okay, as I can see, not all of you are agreed with these requests. Some of you are asking to change in Sunday. So, okay, you see, I have received from Worldwide Science Administration the email from one student who requests me to change the class date on from the Friday to Thursday. I was thinking that the request comes from all of students. That's why I was thinking that I would accept this request for change. So okay, most of you are asking won't change anything, so we are going to remain the class on Friday, and let me discuss first with the Worldwide Administration, with admins first, and to see who's actually asked about the change. So because I am okay with the Friday, that's fine for me. If Thursday we can do, but about the Sunday I'm not sure. The Sunday, I think you might have some classes on Sunday, so I'm not sure about the Sunday. And as well, the Sunday in my place where I do live and work, it's a weekend, the Saturday and Sunday, so the Thursday or Friday is the perfect days for me. So let's remain the same as we have at Friday. So please right now check your email boxes that I have sent you the information based on the presentation of the first class. As well, you have an electronic book on human resource management and the teaching plan for this semester based on HRM. So you have it already, so you can already use it and to read it. So fine. So let's start with the presentation, right? Today, we are going to introduce to human resource management. The class will be very easily, and I think so you'll enjoy. So the structure of the topic will be, so we are going to identify what is actually the HRM, or human resource management. About the two meanings of HRM though, so we can identify HRM by the different meanings as well. The main objectives and the goals of HRM. And we have some comparison between the personal management and the human resource management. So the first definition of human resource management says that it's actually the human resource management. It's a process of managing people, right? Which means that human resource management. So we're going to manage the people that we work in the companies, organization, in any kind of structure. And the second definitions of HRM say that it encompasses the management of people in the organization from a macro perspective. What that means? That means through the managing of people in our organization, in our company, we are going to reach the company's main goals, the company's main aims, that, as example, to increase the sales, to develop our products and goods, as well to, for example, to enter the new markets or to get some niche in the markets. So that means through the management of people, we're going to decide much more large and more important the questions of our companies, of our business, what we do actually. So that's why the human resource, what that means, that what is a human resource? This is the staff, right? This is the people, the employee that works in the company. So they are actually the main resources of any company or organization, because without the resources as the human beings, like employees, we can't run the business, right? As the present, we have no any robot machines, or might be we will have in the future, but at the moment we need have people to work for our business, right? So as well, the meaning of human resource management say that is utilization of the human resources in the organizations. To what? To actually to reach or achieve the organization objective that we have said, and the second means of the HRM. So through the people, through the employees, we are going to maximize the company's profit. So this is the main, actually, or let's say the goal of the company. So through people, through the right management of people in the right way, so we're going to maximize our capital, right? This is the main question and main aims that we are faced in the human resource management. So we have some different kind of activity objectives of the human resources. Let's see the first one. And here is that we have those objectives will be actually through all our class topics. The topics in our sessions actually will be thrown away. So the first objective of a human resource activity is staffing, which means or recruiting. Yeah. So the main important things that we have to recruit the right people with the right skills to provide the services when it's needed. Yeah, this is a statement. Actually, I'm going to show you. You'll find in any kind of human resource management academic literature. So actually, this statement says very important things that we have, as we, for example, let's see, we are a top management or the human resource department, or just we are as the investors, for example, we have to find the right people, those people which have those skills, knowledge, and experience that we need for our business, to run our business actually. And the recruitment process actually is included different kinds of levels. Let's say the levels of processing. The first is important, the structure, which means the structure, for example, is same as we can say about the company structure you have. If you work in a medium and large companies, of course, you might have some expanded structure, like the different departments, the top management from the top to bottom starts like a top managers of departments, right? Then executives, some specialists, and just normal the professional focus. That will be different. That the structures of any kind of companies will differ. And it's very important that we know what kind of structure we have in our company. That we, for example, it's like the bookshelf. We can see what is should be and where it must be worked, right? That will make easier to solve our problems to achieve the company's goals. The second important thing in our recruiting process is a contract. What's the contract? That means the contract between the employers, the company itself actually, and employees, the staff. As for example, we are employees, for example. Or we might have some employers in our class that employ the people, right? So the contract is very important, that it's written grammatically, written with the all manners that must be, which includes all the conditions and the rights of contractor, employer, and the employees, the staff actually. Which as well the contract should have to include all the conditions and functions that the employee will be working in the company. For example, as well how it will be the shift, the time shift, how it will work from 9 to 6, let's say, or it would be some night shift. It depends on how you prefer on which job you are going to recruit. And as well, it includes all the matters like salary, like some allowances, promotions, and so on. Yeah, maybe bonuses. So about the contract, actually we have some detailed separate topic where I can show you and teach you the main important things, what the contract means and what it should include, and what kind of rights you have actually as employees. The next important things, after you sign the contract, for example, you're employing or you're recruiting, the attractive employment packages. For example, as we are studying, like you are students are studying on MBA, like to to manage the business. Actually, you are the future top managers. You are the future's employers, right? So you might have to think about, when you recruit the people, to prepare to offer them the very interesting and attractive package, which includes like salaries, like how much you earn, what kind of salary you will pay. The rewards might be as well differ, like we have some financial rewards, like some additional bonus we pay for our staff, or some non-financial rewards, like non-cash rewards, we say. For example, we might provide some free car for our staff, or free calls, for example, or some additional vacation weeks. That the rewards, we have as well the topic based on the rewards, so we're going to study in details. As well, the trainings is very important. As you can see, trainings, that is all about the learning and development, right? So it's very important that the company provide the trainings and learning programs to develop their people, to develop the staff with the company together, so to reach the main goals. So this is all about the development opportunities, like promotions. We're going to offer some learning courses and the promotions to our staff. And some cooperative environment is as well. It's very important, the cooperative environment that we have in our organization, or we can say the cooperative culture. Because if, for example, you work in the company, you will have a good salary. Let's say you have a good salary, you have good conditions to work, for example, about the offices, the car, the company provides everything that you want. But the corporate environment, it suffers. For example, it's very stressful to work with the colleagues, or even with your executive or with your manager. That would be stressful, right? So you might think that, well, you need this kind of work. If it's hard for you to work with those people in the company that you see them every day, 9 to 6. It's like your second family, right? This is when you go to work. It's all the people you work. If you are actually, this is all about that you are going to work in one company as long as you want to develop with the company, right? We are not going to move to work in one's company for a year and to be changed for a different. So all of us are reaching to stabilize our work and life and to develop actually. So it's very important, the cooperative environment and the culture, the people you work with, like your colleagues and like your managers. So this is all about staffing or recruiting. This is the main objectives of human resource management that is solving actually in the companies or organizations. The next one, the objective is called the performance. This is all about the employee's performance, or the staff employee, the people who work in the company. The performance objective is all about the motivation programs. For example, from the side of the company, of the top management, we have to think about the train and development program that we can offer to our staff, to develop them, to increase their knowledges and skills that which will be, of course, facing the company's profit in overall actually the company's performance, right? And the performance motivation in the motivation program as well includes the reward systems. That we have a different kind of reward system. The reward system, which means how we reward people for their achievements. That's what they have done actually for some additional work of their the individual tasks. How we can reward them. So, and what the reward system would be best suitable for our employee, because of we are all different individuals, some of us are like, for example, request more training and learning courses. Or for example, the young people which wants to develop their knowledges and to get some experience, for example. The another one which is might be with already the other like have families, maybe they might request some financial rewards, some additional bonuses, additional payments and allowances, right? So this is all depends on the employee. So here is very important the performance that we should have some individual management to the employee, to each employee that we have in our company. And as well as I can see in my chart that most of you said that you have some performance appraisal system, right? That's true. But most of companies right now they use the performance appraisal system. And for different departments, it may differ and depends on the level of your profession and that you work in the organizations as your top management or the executive. So will be some difference. But the performance appraisal system have some standard conditions to work and some the goals, for example. For me, for example, I'm not as almost agree with the performance appraisal system, because actually I don't like the appraisal system which is very standardized for all of employees, because we are all of different, right? We have different attitudes and performance and as well our requests. And so if we have some standard system and we have to work under this system, that will be that won't this actually might be won't match our wishes, actually our needs and wishes, let's say. Okay, so of course the company is the large companies, let's say they must have some kind of appraisal system which will be some standard with some standard conditions that we have to think more deeply and to have some the individual management in our company, in the company, trying to make so. Next objective is human resource success is a change management. What that means, change management? For example, in different companies, we have some kind of changes which can be affected by the external changes factors or internal factors. Let's talk about the internal factors that would be affect the company structure. That, for example, we have some new systems or some new programs in our computers, and the human resource department is actually responsible to provide and offer the train and learn programs for the staff. To change the daily routines with the new, for example, the programs, let's say, or like some systems that they work actually, and to manage these changes. This is theory. The human resource management is responsible for these activities. And as well, we have some external changes in the company. Let's say we adopt, as we are a large company, and we adopt some small company in different markets. So here is our the structure of the company would be changed. With, for example, some department will be combined, for example, or separated. Thus, as well, the human resource department is responsible to manage this process, which means that to manage the change process in the organization. And to run this change management in the company, we have some, let's say, the leaders, or the people with leadership skills who runs these changes and who would be responsible. Or the company might recruit a change agent from the outsource, like just outsource from the different consulting companies, who's actually professional to manage the changes in any kind of companies. So it depends on the company itself, if it has its own leaders and the professional staff who can be manage and run the change, that's good. If it's not, we have some special consulting companies and professionals who actually offer this kind of services. This is about the change management, and as well we have a separate topic based on the change management, and we are going to study about that in detail in the future sessions. The next, the objectives of the HR activities comes with administration. Administration actually is all about what actually human resource department do actually on the all administrative questions. Like, for example, it's responsible for all the payment that they do for the payment of salaries, waivers, allowances, as well like a lawful payment, deduction of taxation, right? Because for example, I think as in the most companies, the employees, they won't pay the taxation themselves. I mean, individually. Our company actually deducting the taxation from our salaries automatically, right? And they actually manage this process. As well, the human resource management is responsible for national insurance. Of course, it depends on the countries and depends on the companies. Most of companies, they offer free insurance or like a medical insurance for the employees, right? Like a payment of pension as well is the human resource department is responsible for this process, as we all want to pay our pensions ourselves, and the companies are doing this process themselves. That would be easy for all of us. Some statutory sick pay and statutory maternity pay we can get from our companies as well. Some national minimum wage. This is all about that all the companies, the organizations must actually offer the minimum wage that is standardized in your country, that is actually fixed in your country. And all in the countries is different, of course. And the working time regulations as well. This is all about how we work, in which shift we work. The human resource department is responsible to manage the time regulations in the companies. We have seen the main objectives of human resource activities, or we can say the human resource department. So it's all includes, as you can see, the main, let's say, the questions and the gaps we have in the company. It's all about the people, how to manage them, how to attract them, how to keep them. That's very important, because it's very important that you recruit the professional people, and which are actually trying to develop their knowledge and skills with the company, and which is going to maximize their standards, let's say, wants to develop all the like experiences and knowledge that they have it. That, of course, that this is the main things which helps to companies to achieve the main goals of the organizations. As I told you, to maximize the company's capital, shares, and so on. So it's very important. The human resources, the employees that we are going to recruit, and who we recruit actually, and what we actually offer for those people, for professionals. It's very important to keep the good and professional people in the companies. Let's see the next slide. So the primary goal of human resource activities is to create the compatibility. What that means? The compatibility between the individuals continue to develop and the organization's superior economic performance. That means we have to create some link between the people that work in the company actually, and with their the development actually needs and wishes, and with the company itself, with the company performance, because the people is the company, right? The company is the people. It's the one actually the let's say the one part of two pieces. So it must be linked, and each of them must be interested. Like the people must be interested in the company. The company must be interested in the people to have some successful in the business actually. Yeah, that's very important. So let's see what kind of actually functions we have in organization and the human resource department. So depending on the size of the organization, the human resource manager has some responsibilities for all of the functions that deal with the needs and the activities of the companies itself. That, as I told you already. For example, here is the recruiting, hiring, or training people, as the organization development, the communication, which means communication between the employees and the employer, which means between the top manager and the rest of staff. Some performance management, the coaching which means as well the learning programs, policy recommendation, the salary and benefits that we pay for the staff, the team building. Yeah, it's all about the cooperative culture and the environment that we have in the company. It's very important. We have some strong team. We have some strong team leaders in the company that we can achieve all development that we are planned actually. Next one, the employee relations, as well the employee relations between the employees and the top management. And there's some leadership that the company have to provide to the employees the learning, training, the courses or programs to maximize their leadership skills actually. Because of it's very important that we have some arguments about the leaders. For example, who is the leader? How we can be a leader? Is it like a born leader, or this is like leader skills which can be adopted by any of individual? In my opinion, I think you have your own opinions as well about this. But I think, in my opinion, that if you have a wish to be a leader and you're trying to be, you are going to have go through some gaps. So that means the leadership skills can be adapted, right? This all goes through the learning and the knowledges and the experiences. I think I can't say, for example, some of us, for example, let's see, some of us are not being born a leader because it has no that kind of special the skills. It's not like this. It's all, I think, in my opinion, all are born leaders. Depends on wishes, needs, and your attitudes on leaders, right? So it depends on all of you individually. Let's see the next one. So Let's see, here is just given to you some figure in the figure 1, the main human resource management roles and objectives. The objectives we have already taught, like staffing, performance objectives, change management, the administration, right? And what the roles the HRM has, like a line managers roles, which means what kind of roles in human departments people work actually, that's all the like line managers. Some first comes like human resource generalists, right? Some human resource specialists, consultants and advisors, like outsourcing people, and some of subcontractors can be as well, like outsourcing people. So this is like the main, just to show you the main roles in the human resource management, and we can say in the department as well. So okay, I have a question about the human resource generalist. Is like a top management in the human resource department, which is executive. So any questions so far? Because we are going to now make some comparison between the human resource management, the personal management, which is old-fashioned management that we started before. Okay, so I have some question about the premium. As I think, as I check my email, most of you have received the email from the administration that the pay time won't be actually in the classes, because we have some limited time classes and so on. I think you should receive all the emails from administration. So, but I'm okay actually with that, as we have half an hour. If you want to right now the prayer, we can do as like a break for 5 minutes. Okay, so that's I saying that I'm okay because we still have a time to complete our first presentation, so we can do the break right now. Are you okay, all of you? Because I haven't received any answer. So we can do the prayer break right now, yeah? How long you need for? 5 to 10 minutes? Let's do it 10 minutes. Okay. So we are going to back in 10 minutes. So just to conclude our class for today, the first part of our class that we have done is some introduction to human resource management. So we defined the meanings of human resource management, the main goals and objectives, right? We have defined and go through the objectives of any kind of human resource departments as activities, we can say, and what kind of roles we have in the human resource management. Right now, we're going to make some comparison between the human resource management. This is a new style that we are actually running in the company. The management means, which means the management styles or the strategy of the management, with the personal management, which is the old style management that we used to be before in the companies. So let's see the differences with the differences between two of them, compare their functions actually, their objectives, right? So the personal management, the old staff management that we use in the company, it been actually centered on, based directly on the workforce. So as well, it's directed mainly at the organization's employees. Because of there is in the human resource management, we are going to making the link between the people and the organization performance, right? But besides of the personal management, we have a few simple things where we centered on the people only, how they work actually. So here is, as we can see, the main function was just finding and training the people, arrange them for the paid, like just arrange and fix the salaries, explain the management expectation, what we expecting, like what the results we expecting from the employees, justifying the management action, why we are actually expecting this, the results, satisfying the work-related needs, like to provide lunch time, for example, offices and maybe cars, dealing with dealing with the problems, which means dealing with the employees' problems if they have so, and it's seeking to modify the management action that could produce an unwelcome employee response. So here is, as you can see, we have now seen the link between the people and the company itself. Because the company here is comes at the top, just which is trying to give the goals and expectations that is wishing to receive. There is no link and no caring about the people, like to provide them, like as we talked about the learning training programs, to offer some special rewards, like for example, to motivate people, to stimulate them to work, to develop with the company. So the old personal management style was being quite unwelcome for the people which work in the company. Okay, let's see the next one. Here is to see what the difference we have with the human resource management. Let's see. Like today, the management of people is more resource-centered, which means we are focusing on and thinking about the people itself, actually, about their needs and wishes. It's directly, mainly at the management needs for human resource, not necessarily employees, to be provided and deployed. So that here is the main. Let's see, the needs comes from the company. That company needs the people, not the people like as we have before needed the job itself or the company to work. Greater emphasis on planning, monitoring, and the control rather than mediation. So that today the company is trying to plan all the stuff and perform the people work, to monitor, to check them, to control them, their performance actually, not just making trying to making some requests and expectations and orders. As all the problem solving is undertaken with the other members of management and human resource issues, rather than directly with the impulse of their representatives. That means today we are all actually, let's say, undertake all that problems that we have in relations with the people and the company. And we are trying to solve the problems if the people as employees have in the company. Not just says that if you are not agree with the company's conditions, you can find a different work. So today we are trying to make deals actually, to manage the people in the right way and in the good manner. Okay, this is very important. We respect each other. That means as for example, all the employers, like top management, must respect the employees. As well, the employees must respect the top management. And if top management has some expectations about the company's result, they have to justify, and they have to, for example, to fix all the goals which will be achieved, which is the real one. Of course, not like you have to work as a robot and you won't be anyway. You even won't be get the results that the top management expecting. All must be justified, right? So, because we are trying to work in the democratic conditions between all the levels, that's very important. That we all respect each other and respect what we do and what we actually want to. Yeah, this is what about. And here is I have some table for you, just to see the difference between the personal management, which is the whole selfish management, with the today news management people. Okay, here is just comes with like human resource management deals with the macro issues, which means trying to link the company's performance with the people performance. Besides of the personal management, which was centered to receive some expectation to result that it wants to. Like today, human resource management is more global. Let's say like global, which means if we work in a large company, or some of you work in the large company, today it's like it's very the migration between the companies, let's say the branches, comes very very often, right? For example, if you work in Afghanistan in some of large aviation company, you might get some promotion in a different country if you want. If you want, of course, if you want to. Like maybe in some Europe countries or in other countries of Asia, or European or something else. So this is like today people are thinking and trying to move between and among the different countries and make works more global, let's see. And we can move as well geographically if we want to, or we can locate in the one place and work with the different departments geographically through the internet, right? So this is all about the human resource management with the today's new styles. And here is a nice kind of differences, like HR management is more strategic function and long-term. That in the management of people, we must have a fixed strategy, which must be matched with the company strategy, right? And long-term, which means we are going to intend to work with the people based on the long-term conditions, right? We won't lose the good professional people in our company. It's like more proactive, which means the human resource department becoming more active and interested in the people's needs and wishes. Looks at the organization needs. This is the same as a sale. It's seen as important and strategic today, the human resource management. Let's say next one. As well, it reports direct to the CEO. Like today, human resource department is direct and link with and report to the CEO of the company about actually how they manage people and what manner they manage and what system, the process they have it. It contributes to decision making. Like today, human resource department has the decision making on all of the company's organization performance. It's very important. That means that today's the human resource department, it seems as important as the sales, let's say the sales department or the accounting department or some audit department. The management action follows the business needs, like means we are all thinking about how to maximize the company's profits, what we need for the business actually. And managerial task in relation to labor, nurturing, and care relation is the customer. That means care relation, what the relation we have between the top management and the employees. Like today, the human resources, which is employees, staff, which work in the company, they are actually the company's customers, right? We must see them as a customer, respect and provide and try to keep them and try to make them loyal to the company. This is important, the goal in the human resource management. As well, today HRM is the fast speed of decisions, so we can make decisions in very quickly because of directly reports with the CEO, right? Has a direct communication, increased flow. Presentation is a price management skill. The performance is related, and selection is integrated key task. So that means today, when we recruit and select people, our most integrated comes with integrated manner. So based on the key task, what you have to do, what's your task, so that kind of knowledge, experience you must have to work to get that position. Next one, in the table for here is another kind of difference, like human resource management towards individual contracts. That means today we might have some individual contract which may differ from the standard contracts because of your salary or time shift or another conditions of work. The job design, today's organization class, all of teamwork, because of we are trying to be a team, we're trying to be combined and try to work together in as a one piece of the company, right? The managed climate and the culture, this is as well is very important and considered in the human resource management. The learning companies, which are very integrated with the human resource departments, because provides and offers different kind of train and learn programs. We have some low centralization, which means in the contract, in the process at overall. And in today's in HR management, we have some agent of changes. As I told you, if we have any kind of external or internal change in the companies, we might outsource the agent, which might be more professional people. So that's all about the human resource management and the personal management, which is we have talked about just right now, the comparison between the style management with the new management. I hope you did understand. And if anyone have a question so far, because we have just completed our first class about the introduction to human resource management. So, I would like to mention that the human resource management class is more theoretically, of course. We won't compare with the financial management. In the financial management, we have done a lot of practice, right? Some calculations and so on. In the human resource management, we also will have some activities, like you will prepare a presentation to the groups, like will be maybe based on the teamwork. So that will make our classes more active. And I think that this will be very interesting for you. Because in the last semester, the previous semester which I had with the students, they have a lot of arguments about the HRM management itself. And we have very good discussions. So I hope we will have as well very interesting and active sessions. So because today was just introduction, from the next class we are going to start to speak. That means we will have some discussion, and you will speak as a student, because I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts actually. Okay. So thank you very much for joining the class. You have already got your presentation for the first class. For the next class, second class, we will send you later, today or tomorrow. Anyway, we will see before the next starts at the Friday. So if you are all agree to remain the class at the Friday day, so I am okay with that. I won't be changed on the Thursday or a different day. So if any kind of request, you have to send it to admin first, and to sign what students and how many students wants to send and accept that kind of request, like to change for the date or time. Because if most of you will be agreed that we can do it. If no, that will be difficult, right? So right now I have some questions about the month of Ramadan. I have to actually discuss with the admins first about the Ramadan. Will you have some holidays, like off days for classes, or I'm not sure about that right now, because I just have my own vacation and haven't decided yet. So we'll let you know, of course, before the Ramadan month. So thank you very much. Have a good weekend. So see you in the next classes. Bye. Goodbye.